And this is Ashley, our beautiful model for today. Ashley's been coming here for a long time, so super excited to have her today. And we'll just start on our bellies in half floor frog. When you come down to your mat, you'll simply come to your belly, take your right knee straight out of your right hip. The ankle will follow, so you've got a 90-degree bend. And then something that I like is to elongate my left leg a little further out of my pelvis and then dance it a little bit to the left just to feel a stretch. Breathe in, please. And just exhale, disband, let it settle. One thing you probably don't know about me is that when I turned 1 year old, my mother bought me a horse. We lived in Montana. And it's not because I was deserving of a horse. It's because my mother has a shopping problem, and any milestone she'll take as like, oh, let's let's blame this shopping thing on this. So we had a horse. And the one thing that she didn't know when she bought this horse at the auction, what it that is that it was completely untamed. This was a wild horse. Take a nice thread through of your left arm underneath you. And then just fold into a nice messy twist. Your heart will come up toward the ceiling. Open your right arm up and just let your right leg come across your body. Very nice. So, as the story goes, we would try to bring this wild horse carrots, any sort of sugar cubes, salt licks, anything so that we could get close to it and pet it. But it just never, ever happened. And eventually, because A, I was one and my mother knew nothing about horses, and B, we couldn't use the horse, we had to sell it off. Gently come back down towards your belly now. Unthread your arm. Extend your right leg out. And then let's take half floor frog on the left. Left knee will come up to hip height. Dance your ankle out. And perhaps if it feels good, elongate your right ankle down and away and over to the right some. Big breath in and exhale. Virginia Woolf has a quote, and it goes something like it or not, we all have wild horses running inside of our heads. And it's quite true. I think about all of the different emotions and thoughts that we deal with on a regular basis, and it almost is like a wild horse, or many of them just circulating, expanding, running wild. And we can choose to try and control them, or we could choose to try and get rid of them, right? Sell the horse off like my mom did. Or we can choose a different approach. Let's thread your right arm underneath and just roll into a sloppy twist so that your heart comes up and over. You just feel a little spinal rotation. Today, as we move, we will not try to control those wild horses. In fact, I'm going to invite you to do the opposite. I'd like you to take a bird's eye perch and to simply watch and observe with a friendly, compassionate disposition. What is here? What are we working with? And how can we simply observe without running away with our horses? I think that's enough of the horse analogy for now. Take a big breath in and breath out, dial back down to center. Breathe in, take table pose, please. Up. And exhale straight to cat. Rainbow in, look back at your belly. Breathe in, cow, expand. Exhale, cats. Inhale, cow. Let's take one more round for good measure. Exhale, cat. Breathe in, cow. Exhale, a table. Breath in, spinal balance, right leg and left arm reach. Stable through your core. Exhale, knee to elbow. Gorgeous, Ashley. Inhale, expand. And exhale, knee to elbow. We've got just 3 more on this side. Follow your breath. There's something very sensual and almost comforting about following your own breath pace. So you're more than welcome to do that rather than listen to me. And you'll let me know that you're done with your 5 when you come into spinal balance and you stay. Perfect. Take a big breath in. Exhale, lower your left hand down to the ground and breathe in fire hydrant. Pause here out to the side, cactus. You're going to have a nice little right angle out there in your knee. Pull it up, 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 up. And then let's take some circles through our hip. And we're not controlling anything today. We're not going to fight anything. If you have the urge to extend your leg out and back, tap it down, do anything crazy, just make sure you don't break a limb. Take a breath in. Exhale, runner's lunge. Ashley will just take her foot to the outside of her right pinky finger. And take a moment. We've got nothing but time. I'm keeping track of the time for you. Start to sense what's here. I like to sometimes just let the thoughts run wild and literally just notice in one pose's hold how many thoughts come and go. And what are these thoughts? Are these new? Are these old? Are they egocentric? What are they? Non judgmentally, just seeing what's here. Breathe in. Breath out. Come back up to your palms if you're down on your forearms. Inhale, extend your right leg back. Let's finish out this side. Exhale, table pose. We've got another side here. Breathe in, spinal balance, left leg, right arm. Exhale, knee into elbow. Good. You've got 4 more on your own. Think about a stretch like Laffy Taffy, and then in like a little gobstopper. Chin is slightly tucked so that you feel long and gorgeous through the entire spinal column. And then just a nice crisp hold after your 5th one. Feel the buoyancy through all 5 fingertips on the left hand side. Breathe in. Exhale, let both hands go into the mat. Inhale, fire hydrant out toward the left. And just breathe here for a moment. You're going to hold. I really don't like this position. Do you like this one? I don't either. So just like 3, 4 breaths. I think we get the gist now. And then take some movement. The slower you go, the more you might be able to sense and decipher. If you have any clicks or pops, I think that's definitely okay. Just make sure they're not painful. If it's painful or clicky or poppy with that, perhaps limit the range of motion. Breathe in, breath out, runner's lunge, and pause. I find it harder to concentrate on the side that has less feeling. And that's when you really need to get granular with it and sensitize. Look a little bit deeper at what's happening. Really go down inside. Even if it's very subtle, can you still tune in? Maybe even see how things shift, like an amoeba, right? Changes a little bit of shape, presence. Breathe in. Breath out, come to your palm. And breathe in, extend your left leg up and back. Exhale, downward facing dog this time. Let's take a nice stretch and just decompress. So we're going to let some stuff go today. We're just going to let it go. We're not going to keep anything bridled, controlled. We're going to open the gates and just see what's there. Let it maybe play and then eventually diffuse, right? Everything loses a little bit of energy over time. And just making sure that we stay that impartial observer. We're not running away with the horses. We're simply watching. Breathe out. Breathe in, right leg all the way up for 3-legged dog. Exhale, knee to right elbow. Breathe in, three-legged dog. Exhale, low lunge. Breathe in, standing split. Use it as a stretch. Exhale, forward fold. Breathe in, mountain pose. Up. Maybe you look between your hands. Exhale, samastitihi, hands to heart. Breathe in, lifted mountain, releve all the way up. Exhale, forward fold, dive all the way down. Breathe in, halfway lift. Exhale, chaturanga, whatever flavor of chaturanga you want today. Breathe in, upward dog. Exhale, downward dog. Breathe in, left leg extends. Exhale, knee to same elbow. Breathe in up. And exhale, low lunge. Breathe in, standing split. Exhale, forward fold, all 10 toes match. Breathe in, mountain pose. Exhale, samastitihi, equal standing pose. Breathe in, lifted mountain. Let's play with balance there. And exhale, forward fold. You'd be surprised how many times I fall out of that one. Breathe in, halfway lift. Exhale, chaturanga dandasana. Breathe in, please. And breathe out. One more time, each side, a little bit quicker. Inhale, right heel up. Exhale, knee to right tricep. Breathe in, kick up. Exhale, low lunge. Drop the head now. Inhale, standing split. Look back in space. Exhale, forward fold. Breathe in, mountain pose. Take up all this gorgeous space. Exhale, samastitihi. Breathe in, lifted mountain. Exhale, forward fold. Breathe in, halfway lift. Exhale, chaturanga. We got a left side now. Let's do it. Breathe in, breath out. Left ankle reaches high out of the pelvis. Exhale, left tricep. Breathe in, kick up high. Exhale, low lunge. Breath in, standing split. Exhale, forward fold. Breathe in, mountain. Breath out, samastitihi. Breathe in, lifted mountain. Exhale, fold back in half. Inhale, get long. Exhale, chaturanga. 5 breaths in downward dog. Noticing what's inside the head, what's in between your ears is half the battle. I know that some things that marinated there for a long time without me even really asking why or learning much about them was fear and anxiety. And I realized that once that I sat and just watched them, there's a beginning, a middle, and an end to everything. This yoga practice, this posture, and the cycle of emotion and thought. And once you just observe and you kind of see it with a friendly disposition, it dissipates, it ends, and you have the power instead of your thoughts and your emotions. Breathe in. Take your right leg up and back, please. Exhale, low lunge. Breathe in, crescent moon. And pause here. And we'll see where Ashley decides her hands should go. Lately, I've liked my hands on the mat in front of me or to my thigh, but I'll say about 75% of students like to have them up by their ears. So no right or wrong here, just listening in and responding in real time to the body. Breathe in, breath out, half splits pose. Breathe. And you'll notice that you're a three-dimensional human. If you would like to wave your toes in any sort of other direction besides just backward and forward, you're welcome to start to feel into the outside, the inside of the legs. A lot of good stuff in there most days. Breathe out. Breathe in, full crescent pose. And let's pause here. And let's be real. I'm down on my back knee, no matter if people call out crescent moon or full crescent. So do what you would like to do today in your practice, but perhaps your house is not as heated as our studio and you want that elevation for more heat. Breathe in, breathe out, vertical twist, please, to your right, and then pause. Really reinforce both glutes like unripened avocados, nice and hard and firm. Feel like they are the basis of this posture for me, along with my inner thighs. Nice magnetism between the two. Breathe out. Breathe in star. Let's come up towards center. And as we exhale, we'll take skater to the back. Not something we do at Power Life a whole lot, but it will be down here with our hands to our thighs. And during this hold, if you would like, you can come into skandasana, something a little bit more severe if that feels good. But as we flow, I'd like you to take skater just for your knee safety. Take an exhale. Breath in, star. Breath out, warrior two. Great place to pause. And to notice that if the gaze is erratic, the mind is probably erratic as well. And it's a two-way street. So if we go ahead and settle that gaze on one point, it can have a nice positive effect, a stilling effect on the mind. Breathe out. Breathe in, reverse, and pause to breathe. I love the low gaze. If you were to actually take your left hand to your left oblique, you could feel it's shortened. Your floating ribs and the top of your hip are just a little closer together there as you open up through the right side breathing muscles. Breathe in, breath out, chaturanga. Inhale, upward. Exhale, downward facing dog. Breathe in, left leg. Let's even ourselves out. Exhale, low lunge. Breathe in, crescent moon. And then pause to sense where you would like to be in space. Your body is asymmetrical here, but that does not mean that you can't hug everything in toward midline. So almost like you live in the 1800s and you got that corset on. Everything just joins in together. Inhale. Breath out, half splits. Enjoy. I love this one. This felt so good this morning when I did it. And you can see this beautiful long line of energy through your left leg. Try to draw it up and back so that your upper left hip almost feels as though it might eventually touch the wall behind you. Do you have a tighter side, Ashley? I have a tighter side. I definitely do. Breathe out. And breathe in, full crescent pose. How we doing? Good? Perfect. I love Ashley. She thought this was going to be more people in the class today. I was like, no, it's you and me. Super exciting. So good for me. She's got all the good form, and I don't have to do any of the work here today. Breathe in and breath out. Take your vertical twist. And I could almost feel like you have some eagle wings here. Very expansive and strong. They've got some utility to them, but with that hair of softness, almost like they're landing on clouds. Little bit of a party going on in your ankle, like an Ibiza style party there. A little bit of techno music. Breathe out. Breathe in, star. Breath out, skater to the back of your mat. We'll just lunge into the right leg. And if you'd like to take skandasana on this first pass, more than welcome to sense that lower gravitational pull. There's something about physical exercise that actually slows the mind after a while. So really keep dialed into how many thoughts are coming, how fast they're speeding by, and notice if it doesn't change over time. Take your exhale, please. Breathe in, star, and breath out, warrior two. Settle in. We're here for just a little bit. And please load your back leg with 10% more strength than is already happening back there right now. Exhale. Breathe in, reverse. Last stop before we flow. And your only job, right, to breathe and observe. So let's pair a little bit of the movement with the breath. Shorten a little bit more through your right oblique. Arc, arc, arc. Yes, yes, yes. Breathe in. Breath out, chaturanga. Always the option to skip this. Breathe in, Urdhva Mukha Svanasana, upward dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, right leg up. Exhale, low lunge. Breathe in, crescent moon. Look up between your hands. Exhale, a half split. Breathe in, full crescent. Exhale, twist. Breathe in, star. Breath out, skater. Breathe in, star. Exhale, warrior two. Breathe in, reverse. Exhale, chaturanga. Inhale, back bend. Exhale, down dog. Inhale, extend your left heel away. Exhale, lunge. Breathe in, moon. Breath out, half split, torso to thigh. Breath in, full crescent, please. Exhale, a twist to your left. Breathe in, star. Exhale, skater. Inhale, star. Pelvic floor lifts and gaze. Exhale, warrior two. Breathe in, reverse. Breath out, chaturanga. Hopefully a little spark of that heat present if it wasn't here before. Let's take one more round just to ensure. Inhale, right leg elevates up and away from pelvis. Exhale through without a sound between your hands. Inhale, moon. Exhale, half split. Breathe in, full crescent pose. Exhale, twist, look back in space. Breath in, star. Exhale, skater. Nice job, Ash. Breathe in, star, high through your sternum. Exhale, warrior two, fierce gaze. Breath in, reverse. Breath out, chaturanga. One more side. You're doing awesome. Breathe in. Breath out. Breathe in, left leg all the way up and back. Exhale, low lunge. Breath in, moon. Breath out, split. Breathe in, crescent, high lunge. Exhale, twist, please. Breathe in, star. Exhale, skater, last time. Inhale, you're a star. Exhale, you're a warrior. Breathe in, reverse. Exhale, chaturanga. Whew. Inhale. And exhale, drop to your knees. Get that sip of water if you haven't already. And then come onto your back for happy baby. How old are your babies now, Ashley? 2 this month. Oh my gosh. So cool. Yeah, I was just thinking, I remember that baby phase. Not going back there, but I remember it. So from happy baby, we'll take this small little sliver of sweetness that we've got here, and then we're going to turn it into some core work. So enjoy. Make sure there's a good economy between your hands and your feet there. And then let's lightly just take our hands behind the skull. Pull your elbows forward slightly. Pick up your head, neck, and shoulders into an ab crunch. Great. Now we're just going to go ahead and take big old circles with our knees together, up and around. Yeah, like horse legs or frog legs now. We'll just continue this right here. Doesn't matter which direction you chose to go. What matters is the pace. So cool the pace down. And just find that kind of range of motion that felt good when you were in table with those fire hydrants. Did you hear that click? That was my hip. Very nice. And then just switch directions if you haven't already and start to find just a little bit of that fire. For these last couple breaths, can you control the pelvis? Perhaps it doesn't move as much. So we're working with the posture now. Next time your legs are in the tabletop position, keep them there. Inhale. Exhale, crunch up and over to the right. Left elbow, right knee. Amazing. Inhale, center. Exhale, other direction. Continue. Add your own flavor. If you want to extend a leg, remember we're just kind of going with the flow today. We're letting out all of the energy. Are we feeling this? Okay, great. Tiny pulses to the right side. Stay with it now. Stay with it. Tiny pulses, tiny pulses. And now tiny pulses to the left. Last little bit. We just want to touch something deep within there. I think we have now. And back to happy baby. Hmm. A yogi's choice of a back bend. If you have wheel in your practice and you know that that's where you want to take it into wheel. I like bridge this week. I just felt like it was a ton of good work for all of those really important back muscles that we need. So go ahead and take your pick. Take a breath out, all 10 toes toward the front of the mat, and then breathe in to lift up. Yeah. Let's just kind of take the mind's eye to this rainbow of muscles along the back line and ensure that they're all working equally. Nice and together. If you did choose wheel, I'll have you tuck your chin in towards your chest. And then let's slowly lower down one vertebra at a time. Perfect. Squeeze your knees in towards your armpits. Just take a moment here. Establishing that nice, easy connection with the breath. And then we'll just take a moment to rock all the way up toward downward dog. As humans, we like to attach meaning to everything that we do. We could take Warrior 2 and make it something about our ego or comparison, or are we doing this right? Or no, we don't need to do anything like that today. We're not even going to think, we're just going to go with the flow. So here we go. Take a breath in. Breathe out to get out of the head just for a few moments. Breathe in, lift your left leg up. And exhale, hurdler's pose. Breathe. Yeah. So she's got chaturanga arms on, and then her left leg just came right up onto the left tricep. You smell the earth and kick through your back leg. Yeah, very nice. So one more time. Let's try that one more time from downward facing dog. It's a ton of work. Even my strongest clients, about 3 times on each side is about all you can muster. So inhale, lift your left leg. Exhale, hurdler's pose. Tuck your right elbow underneath your body for more strength, and then you have to get your nose pretty far down there in order to elevate through your back leg. Beautiful. Back through three-legged dog. Inhale. Exhale, low lunge. Thank you, Ashley, for being the perfect model today. Breathe in, standing split. And exhale, Shiva squat is our balance posture here today. So you could cactus your fingernails down onto the ground for a little bit of emotional support. You could bring them to heart center, but this will be one of only 2 balance postures that we'll put on today. You should immediately regret putting this on your YouTube channel. You should immediately regret coming here during your kids' nap time. Good. And like everything has a middle, beginning, and end, right? We just had to sit with it for a moment. Take an exhale. Breathe in, standing split. Exhale, forward fold. Breathe in, mountain pose. Exhale, prayer twist to the right. Breathe. Chair legs, rotation through your spine. These postures are meant to test you. Each form will give you a little bit something different to chew on. It will also elicit different responses. It teaches us things about ourselves, right? Get little tidbits of wisdom just by experimenting with our physicality. Breathe in, breath out, forward fold. Inhale, standing split, left leg. Was it right leg up? Yeah, right leg up, sorry. Right leg up. Oh, was it? Yeah, left leg up, sorry. Exhale, low lunge. Breathe in, full crescent pose. Exhale, twist. Breathe in, star. And exhale, horse. We had to stop here at some point, didn't we? I can't go to Montana and buy a wild horse without putting this on. We'll be here twice today. If you would like shoulder dips, this is a great side to take it on because on the other side, we're going to add on a little bit of balance. And this is such a rewarding, I think, option to take. It gets into my back, it gets into my inner thigh, and it gets me out of horse. Exhale. Breathe in, star. Exhale, warrior two. Breathe in, reverse. And breath out, chaturanga if you need it, but you still have hurdler on the other side. So make a smart choice. Inhale and let go. Breathe in, right leg high, please. Exhale, hurdler's pose. Chaturanga arms. Lower your sniffer down toward your carpet or your hard floor or your mat. Yeah. Magic powers out your back leg. And I'm going to give you about a minute to play around with this. So Ashley's going to go at her own pace. Might even take a pause somewhere to give your wrists a little bit of love. And don't make anything out of this. I literally have someone who comes to classes 3 times a week. On Sunday, she told me she's never going to get it. And then yesterday, who did I see in hurdlers but the same woman, right? Don't tell yourself any stories about this posture. Breathe in, send your leg high, please, up in the air, 3-legged dog. Exhale, low lunge. Breathe in, standing split. Exhale, Shiva squat on your second side. Breathe now. And one thing that actually centers my focus here is a really firm press between my hands. You can almost feel not only a temperature change, but all those little grooves in the palm, the lines. Almost done. Almost there. Breathe out. Inhale, split. Exhale, forward, fold. Breathe in, mountain. Breath out, prayer twist to your left. And we'll breathe. There's a science behind why we're just letting our horses run free today. It works for some people to try to just still the fluctuations of the mind, but for a lot of us, the more we resist thinking, the more it just kind of like holds on. Take a breath in. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, standing, split, left leg up. Or actually, right leg up. Yeah, sorry. Exhale, low lunge. Breathe in, crescent, please. Exhale, twist, last time. Breathe in, star. Exhale, a horse. And breathe in, goddess. We're just going to lift our heels here. Awesome. And you can stay here for your last balance posture, or if you'd like, you can hinge from your hips and actually come down into spider, which is just with your nose at a little hover above your mat. Perhaps you cross at your wrists and look down. Very nice. You should feel challenged wherever you are. Take an exhale. Inhale, star. Exhale, warrior two. Breathe in, reverse. Breath out, last chaturanga of practice. In with the breath and out with the breath. Come on down to your knees and around onto your seat all the way to your back. And we'll take whale's tail today for our hip opener. So I love whale's tail because it's actually a deep cross. If you tabletop your knees, you take your right thigh over your left thigh. So it's a nice deep cross. Come underneath your ankles and the knife edges of your feet, and then pull in towards your body. And just start to settle. So for a lot of people, just trying not to think layers on more thinking. Might sound familiar. Kind of like when you try to forget about a relationship or a person, or you try to drive some trait away from yourself. You try not to eat the cake, you want the cake more, right? And so that's the practice. It's actually a meditation practice that Dr. Rashmi Bismarck introduced me to. And I found it hugely helpful. Just have this non-judgmental awareness of what is here? What are we working with? And after you start to see it for yourself, and you start to smile at it, breathe through it, and it loses its power, you realize that this wild beast you thought you could never pet is actually quite docile. Let's switch out our legs now. Left thigh up and over the right, so you got a nice pretzel. And we'll just go ahead and take underneath the heels or the knife edges of feet. And that's basically what the yoga practice is, right? It's just learning to tame the beast. That's it. And then these things become our teachers instead of our enemies. We become wiser every time we come in contact with them or notice them. Untangle the legs. Our last posture will be legs up a wall. Take a moment to just allow the shoulder blades to cusp underneath the heart. And to let your legs maybe even part a little bit if that feels easier. And perhaps just sensing how you feel in your feet right now. It should change as we just let that blood drain back toward the heart. Invitation to close down the eyes. Noticing the feet. Any changes that have happened. Draw your right knee into your chest. Draw your left knee into your chest. Extend them both long onto your mat. Big breath in. Exhale. Let all control of the breath just subside and be here for a few moments in unjudgmental awareness. I like to think that every time I come to my mat or my meditation, I learn just a little bit more about either myself, human tendencies, the world around me, nature, something. So notice any good bits from your practice that you'd like to acknowledge and pocket. Allow a smile, a swallow, a breath in, and a long body stretch. And exhale, hands crease together over our heart space, and we'll just honor this practice that's traveled thousands of years and halfway around the globe to greet us, ourselves, and each other. Namaste. Hmm. Thank you for practicing, Ashley. Thank you at home for sticking with your home practice. So vital that we continue to do these practices for our mental health and physical well being. I hope I see you next week. Take care, everyone.